Thank you for staying with us. This is Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. Our guest today is Lenny Jarrett. And Lenny, let's peel the onion back with the process. You started as an activist on your own. Tell us the little story of what kind of attacks you came under. But I want to hear the good news, too, the results from this recent victory that you had.
These are attacks as a taxpayer.
Right. I start off just doing this as a citizen, trying to figure out what was going on and wanted to provide everybody information. I mean, they personally attacked me. They used a lot of the Alinsky tactics where they tried to isolate me.
Saul Alinsky.
Yes, they go isolate me.
Socialist radical.
Right.
Got to read the book, The Rules for Radicals, though. You have to read it.
You have to understand where they're coming from.
Absolutely.
To know what they're doing, because they will just continue to attack you personally. They call you names. They put out
Obama
everything.
is in our precincts. He did it.
Yeah. They research everything they can about me. That's why somebody asked me, do you have any skeletons in your closet? I'm like, well, go ask the teachers union. They know everything about me already. So, I mean, they just continue to do that. And given my background, I don't like bullies. So I kept going, and I just kept going. Even if I was the only one there, I kept going. I kept trying to provide solutions. I even went to our school district and volunteered to provide them some programming to help them become more transparent. It took me 6 years to get them to finally put their check registers online, and I told them how to do it for free 6 years ago. And I've just been doing that. So that's why people call me now. They know I'm out there. I've had groups, I've gone and done trainings. How do you do FOIAs? What to look for? What's the top 10 things you want to FOIA and look at in a school district?
You
That's
did
why
a
the
FOIA
people in Zion did that.
with American Majority
Yes.
one time when we had that training up in Lake Zurich.
Right.
And you're carrying on all you did in the school thing, and now you're running for the Senate in District 52.
31st.
31st. The 31st Senate.
And because of your leadership, I also want to hear what you did in Zion and why they didn't, the union and the schools didn't keep moving their agenda forward, and you actually had a victory there.
Yeah, the community, one of the guys up there called me because he knew me. He called me and said, can you come up and help us? So I did. I went up there to help them. Thursday morning, actually, after our first town hall, I was out there walking around the schools, talking to the teachers, finding out what their issues were, doing that. I actually took them coffee and donuts that morning. At one school, went to the other school, and actually the Lake County Federation of Teachers president made me leave. He wanted me to leave, and we didn't want to deal with the confrontation, but he's like, this is my picket line, I want you to leave.
Did you have to leave?
This is my picket line.
I didn't have to leave. It was a public sidewalk. I just did because it wasn't worth the confrontation at that point.
You didn't want to play Alinsky tactics back with
I didn't
them,
want to play it. I was providing solutions. I had talked to the other teachers at the other school for about an hour and a half. So I had a great conversation, and it's the same thing I've been doing.
Dialogue is so important.
Right, we have to talk to all sides, and most people don't like to do that. It's like, I love to get out and talk to people and find out what's going on, because that's the only way we're going to come up with real solutions,
actionable solutions.
is to talk to everybody.
Absolutely.
But I know that I have a lot of people that do not like me. They do the name calling, you're anti-public education, you're all this.
They try to make it personal, which
they personalize
hurts your feelings.
And I have a thick skin. I'm not going away.
Let me just say something for one guy. This is a new you to see, because I've known you, you've done work on our computers. You're a likable guy under all normal circumstances. And these guys have torched you off, and the way they've treated you, I've suffered through this I've been a skunk at a picnic too for 40 years on this issue. You're a nice guy.
Well, you know what? Who was it that said, first they ignore you, then they mock you, then they attack you, and then you win? Yep. Who was that? That was somebody
who said that. But I've heard that before. That's what's happened, and they've
as long as you stay focused and you stay with the mission.
Right.
You don't let the personal attacks get to you. But now you are stepping out of the box and taking a leadership position.
Right.
Hopefully to lead some change in Springfield as a senator. And that's a wonderful process. And I know the Republican Renaissance PAC, the big mission is to have six seats in Republican hands for the House and 6 for the Senate, right, Jack? So tell our listeners a little bit about that.
If we do that, we kick Madigan and his crowd out, and we take over control of the legislature, and I think the governor is enough of a mushhead. We can manage to handle him. So we'll change all of this in the legislature. So that's coming up, and we've got the primary coming up in March, and the other
March 20th.
in November. We got to select good candidates. That's what we've been doing at the Republican Renaissance. That is the vehicle for all of the Tea Party people and the people like you that are energized. The vehicle is at the Republican Renaissance, and our Jim Edwards has been going through the candidates and finding out what their stand is on all of the different issues, and that's what will be published shortly on the Champion News. But we're getting a whole bunch of people together. We're lining up people that will contribute money. I'm contributing a ton to this kind of an effort, and it's not near enough. We need people that, good citizens and rich folks, to put into the campaigns, because the Union and Madigan, they do have the money. It is the Republicans that are poor people.
Well, they've got the power.
And
they've got the money.
You also have the people that are willing to stand up and fight too. You can't, if you look when you look at even the Republican side, you have to look at them and go, okay, are they going to be status quo? They're going to do what they do, or are they going to fight even the Republican Party? But you've got to go down there and force votes and force people to make a position.
With a political will. Absolutely.
What's really ridiculously funny to anybody that's known me, I'm the peacemaker on this thing politically, and I'm working successfully with the remnants of the Republican Party, local and statewide, and with the Tea Party people, which I love because they are changing this whole thing, and we really have a chance to do 6 and 6.
Yeah.
We're going to win the House and Senate.
Listeners, if you go to the Republican Renaissance PAC and you can donate to help this cause, because our state is in crisis and we need strong lawmakers for the solution.